Good morning, guys. My name is Coach Wilfred Asukwo. I am a capacity builder. I am also an IT consultant. Um, I have about 31 IT certifications under my belt, and I'm still doing more. I do not only work in the field, I train and I get my clients certified. And then after I get them certified, I coach them on how to land a six-figure job in the IT space, especially the non-coding, non-programming IT skill sets. And above all, I do have a coaching platform called Zit Worldwide. So a little bit of things all about capacity building. Um, my goal is to see young people like me, especially those ones that got a poor background like me, also landing a good job and live a good life. Okay? I've tested poverty, so I can tell you I know how it works. I'm a village boy, so don't let this look or this environment deceive you. Inside me, the first thing is that I am a village boy. So I have a village background. All these ones you are seeing is packaging. Don't you get? So YouTube, good morning. Facebook, you guys are coming. I just changed my Facebook page. So I am not qualified to come live. So I probably will upload this video and put it up on Facebook so that they can also benefit from this conversation. Auntie Bukumi, I know you will come for me. Don't worry. I will apologize. So what's going on, guys? Thank you so very much. I see a lot of you trolling my comments on social media. As long as you respect me, I will respect you. But if you come for me on the personal note, the village boy or the villageness in me will come out, or the street boy in me will come out. I will use appropriate adjective to qualify you. I know look your face. You know they feed me, I know they feed you. So if you want to attack my comments, do it with respect. As long as you put respect to it, I will respect you back. But if you come for me and tell me I'm so disappointed in you, I will show you that disappointment very well. Ogun kill you with your disappointment. Because you are a religious slave doesn't mean I should follow you and become a slave. Gordon Brown, where have you been? So because you're a religious slave does not mean I should follow you. Because you have failed to think for yourself does not in any means makes me to think like you. You have a low IQ. You can't think for yourself. If your parents told you things 40 years ago after you were born and you are still holding on to those things in 2024, you got a problem. There is something they call growth mindset. You need to move out of it. Yes, you have to adopt a growth mindset. If what your parents told you in the 70s, millennial days, in the 80s, and you are still holding on to it till date, it better be producing something useful. It better be producing something useful. There are those ones they told us they were good, but there were some that they got us into. For example, my mother used to take us to night vigil every day. So does it mean now that I'm not taking my children to night vigil, they are not going to do well in life? Or Oyibo people that I'm seeing that did not go for night vigil, they are not going to strive? I know children in Lagos that did not go for one single night vigil. They are balling. So my mommy made us believe that if we don't go for night vigil, if you don't fast, if you don't go for deliverance, you are not going to succeed. Don't get me wrong. There are places for those things. Being spiritual is something that is recommended, even in psychology. But before we go into this conversation today, I want to bring you closer to understand what I do. I am an IT consultant. I work in the field. I have 31 IT certifications. It was in the bid of me trying to get my foot into the door. I found myself doing certifications. And by the time I was becoming a consultant in a particular IT certification space, I was like, you know what? This book, I can't stop reading you. So that's how I ended up having a lot of those. So currently I work as a product manager in a tech company. They build software. They use software to solve problems. Hi, Gordon. Where have you been? Where have you been? Stakeholders in this assembly. Good to see you. So now I was certified to be a trainer on that platform. So I teach a lot of their certifications, and I also teach business analysis. Business analysis. So my business analysis class, it runs every month. I worked as a business and data analyst for about 4 years. It is one of the best IT certification or IT training that you can take to get a job out there. It was my first corporate job in America 9 years ago. And I can tell you that it's one of the best decisions I ever made. It was an Indian woman that taught me that class for 6 weeks, twice or thrice every week. And I built up on that. I did not have to do their certification, but I just needed the knowledge. Very, very, very robust, and the jobs are massive out there. I'm starting a new class on April 1st. It runs for 20 days. There is one that is running in the afternoon from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. And then there's another one running from 10 p.m. at night to 11 p.m. Eastern time zone. The other one is Central time zone. So I have them running concurrently. Those of you that cannot do the night, you can do the day. Yes, and if you sign up, if you miss the day, you can come for the night. So it works well. But you have to choose one at the start first. Just in case you are missing one, you can come to the other one. So I leave it open for you. You definitely can take advantage to join the class. The link is on my profile. It's business analysis class. Now, inside that class, I coach and I teach. I keep this up front. I was a coach for years before I became an IT professional. I've always loved coaching because life showed me, life showed me where. So it was in that light, I determined that I was going to coach other young people so that they don't make the same mistakes I made and they don't have to struggle like I did. So, but the IT thing came in after I had to return back to college. When I stopped flying plane, I left the aviation, I started flying. I went back to school to study healthcare informatics. And most importantly, I wanted to silence my HND. So I had my master's in healthcare informatics, and then I did these several certifications to upskill my skill set. So it's been quite fulfilling. So if you want to learn business analysis, I will encourage you to start with that before you even think of, because inside business analysis, you must learn Scrum Master, you must learn product owner, you must learn product management, because they are required. They are all within the same space. But it's just that Scrum Master can stand by itself. Product owner can stand by itself, but you can marry each one of them with business analysis. So you can be a business analyst stroke Scrum Master, business analyst stroke product owner, business analyst stroke product manager. So those three skill sets, they are combo, 3 in 1. So that's why I gave you a combo for this, Easter season. If you take these 3 classes and add my 2 weeks coaching to what you're supposed to know, I can guarantee you are cooked enough to put other things in the right perspective to get yourself a 6-figure job. It sounds as easy as I'm saying, but you need to put in a lot of work. You must put in at least 4 hours a day consistently for 1 month. You have to read, you have to practice the tools, you also have to practice speaking in the interviews. You have to practice them. It takes a lot of work. It takes a significant amount of work. You can do it in 1 month. People have done it in 13 days. People have done it on 10 days. Some people have done it in 30 days. Some have done it in 3 months. I have them severally around the world. This is something that makes me feel so good. So, Mark, how are you? So I have the promo running. Scrum Master, Safe Scrum Master certification, Product Owner, Product Management certification, Business Analysis training for 20 days. Those Scrum Master is weekend. I have a free one coming up next weekend. Then the following weekend, I'm teaching Product Owner, Product Manager. Then the Business Analysis is starting on April 1st. It runs every month. I'll still teach in the month of I'll teach in the month of May as well. So you can jump into the class. Now, you have opportunity to come back to my class over and over again, but by June ending or July, that is going to stop. What about data analysis? Data analysis is robust. If I'm going to teach you Power BI, I'm going to charge you $5,000 for 6 months. And I'm not kidding you. If I'm going to teach you SQL, I'm going to charge you $5,000. Those are heavy duty. I stopped teaching them because it consumes a lot of time. It can be tiring and boring. But those are things you can learn by yourself. When you talk about data analysis, you're talking about how many tools can you use to tell stories with data. You're talking about how can you visualize data after pulling them from their natural state of where they exist, like in the SQL server. Yes, you pull them into Excel, you pull them into Power BI, you pull them into Tableau and begin to clean them and tell stories for your high-ups. Those are practices you need to make. You don't have to be in night vigil to learn those. You don't have to go for Deliverance to get those. You don't have to fast to learn those. No, you don't. You don't. So if you want me to teach data analysis, I will need at least 10 students and each of them have to pay $5,000. I'm not doing installment, $5,000 to worth my time. But you see these ones that I'm teaching, they are short courses that can get you up to speed. They are short ones that can get you up to speed. But the data analysis, that 2 words can be very deceitful. They can be deceitful. But I can tell you that it shows how many data tools can you use. You must at least know R or you know SQL. And these 2 data languages, these query languages, you can't learn them in 20 days. You can't. You can't. I have to teach you that class for at least 6 months before you grab it. And I must meet you at least 3 times in a week. If you have your 5,000 ready, find 10 people, let's sit down. Those are the first things I used to do. Does BA has job security like cybersecurity? What are you talking about? Even AI cannot replace a BA. A company will hire 10 BAs and will only hire 1 cybersecurity analyst. Peter, a company will hire 10 BAs but hire 1 cybersecurity. And that 1 cybersecurity, you must be a citizen. A lot of times they will have to do clearance on you. I'm not running them down. That was my first love, cybersecurity. It was my auntie that sat me down. My auntie works for the federal government, Auntie Bola. She told me, my son, you don't have green card yet. Don't do cybersecurity. You will struggle. Look at this way. My auntie gave me that advice. So I will always tell it to anybody. Don't get me wrong. Some people say, oh, you can get it with work permit. Order. Go ahead. Yes, now, how many securities do they hire to be at the gate? Look at it. In a big house, how many security do you hire to be in the gate? And if the house is big, how many house help do they hire? Nanny, house help, washerman. How many do you hire to be? A lot of companies will hire 1 BA to 1 team, 1 BA to 1 team. You can't do without BAs. Go and check the jobs for BAs on Indeed. It's about 12,000. The jobs are always going to be there. I said I did it for 4 years. You don't hear me. Now me wrong come off from them. When I was looking for jobs, like they were hiring me back to back from different companies. If I say I want to do BA now, it's easy peasy for me. Easy peasy. No AI can replace me. AI cannot gather requirements. AI cannot analyze those requirements. AI cannot work and go and talk to a stakeholder to gather those requirements. AI will not analyze the budget that will be integrated into the dashboard. AI, I will tell you 1 million things that AI will not do. Yes, AI will not adjust the project scope that the team are actually working on. AI will not adjust the scope to fit into the sprint. AI will not translate the business requirement to technical requirements. MySQL, of course, anyone that you can handle, that's fine. They all have similar SQL languages, SQL commands, but it all depends on the one that you are focused on. I did Oracle SQL. I did the certification in it. Okay, you are very correct. I recommend for BA and data analyst, that and cybersecurity. God bless you. I don't always like to talk down on cybersecurity. It was my first love. That's where I wanted to do. But because I did not have a green card at the time, so I had to stay back from it. So I teach all those non-technical, I don't see data to be technical. If I point you to different platforms where you can learn those SQL, I didn't go to no school to learn SQL. I went to learn it somewhere on Udemy. Oh yes, I learned them on Udemy. SQL, easy peasy. A lot of things I learned them by myself. Jira, I learned it by myself. SharePoint, I learned it by myself. Power BI, I learned it by myself. AWS System Ops, I learned it by myself. These are things you can learn by yourself now. So the time you are in the church fasting and doing vigil, I'm on my computer learning a tool. I haven't been to church for years now. When I stopped going to church, now I start to receive money. There is a place for you to put in the work. Those tools I am mentioning to you, you need to practice them, guys. You have to practice them. The religious practices that we all are soaked into it, I was as well, was a playbook to distract us from investing in capacity building when we were all inside the woods chasing fasting, prayers, deliverance, going to Orioke. The people were inside the lab developing MySQL, Oracle, Microsoft Server. That's another SQL command. That's for Microsoft. PostgreSQL, all these. How much are you not paying for them now? How much are you not paying for them now? When we were inside the woods, carrying out deliverance night and day, the owners of these tools that we are now paying for now in 2024, they were developing them. When I see how much I am paying for Jira to train my clients, I say, oh Lord Jesus, this is blood money. If me, as a small company, Zit Worldwide, I'm paying almost $400 and something to use Jira for my clients, how much do you think my company, who has over 50 staff, are paying? How much do you think Pacific Gas Electric, I used to work for as an agile coach, who has over, like I said, over 50,000 staff, how much are they paying for Jira? Which blood money want to pass that? If you write one code that solves a problem, that's a jackpot. You are collecting offering every single month. That's a real offering right there. All this one that they collect from us in all those mushroom buildings they call churches, I tell you the truth, they are doing nothing but extortion. After all that, how many jobs have they created? They made us believe that until you go for night vigil, that is when God is going to hear your prayers. Until you do night vigil, that is when God will hear your prayer. Until you do deliverance, they begin to call all several things. Don't get me wrong. Witches and wizards, they exist. Even here, they do exist. It is only when you pay them attention, that is when you find yourself into their midst. But when you don't pay them no attention and you mind your business and you develop and channel your energy into capacity building, you go cash out. I talk about IT 6-figure all the time. And some of you are looking at me like, what is he talking about? If you like, go and spend night vigil. Should be the January 2004, 2024 don't start. You have done 30 days fasting and prayers, right? You have done 40 days fasting and prayer. How much have you cashed out ever since you have been doing that? How much? Are you hearing me? Or am I speaking to myself? How much have you cashed out? Fasting, night vigil, deliverance. So when I said it is nothing but religious slavery, some of you will be looking at me like, what am I talking about? Don't I believe in God? I love God. Even though it's a nomenclature of Oyibo man. We always call our own Oluwa. That is how we call in Africa, Oluwa, Chuku, Abasi. That's what we call our creator. It was Oyibo man that brought us the nomenclature God. So for us to be able to understand, there is a place for God, there is a place for all these nonsense religious practices that has left us in the bondage and stagnation that we found ourselves. So when I ask you to come for a business analysis class to enable you get a 6-figure job for you to live comfortably on earth, so that when you're at least dying, at least you will die with some good quality life that you've lived. Some of us came to this life, we have not tested no quality life forever. No quality life. How do you have financial freedom when all the time you spend is in one place called religious center? How do you gain financial freedom when you are not producing a product or a services? How do you gain financial freedom when you cannot create a product or a services, when you cannot offer a professional or a global service that you can be hired anywhere in the world, and you don't get these skills or you don't get hired by any person in the world by going to fasting and prayers or by going for night vigils or going for deliverance on Monday morning? Shoti hear me? It is aggravating. It is obnoxious. These were the practices we were introduced into. These are the things that they expected us to be doing while we were busy doing this as young people in the woods. The people that brought us those practices, they were inside the lab building codes that are solving problems today that you and we are paying for. So is that the same thing we want to transfer to our generation? Because you guys don't want to talk about it and you expect all of us, many of us, should be quiet about it. We can't be quiet about it because it has destroyed us as a nation. What software are we producing in Nigeria, for example? The giant of Africa that everyone in the world globally, they are using that software. How many? How many software are being produced in Nigeria that you know that is being used globally anywhere in the world? That's the only way you can have a billionaire, legitimate billionaire. Not billionaires that are tied to government policies, not billionaires that are being tied into, how can I learn this? Of course, you can learn. This is 2024. There are so many platforms that you can learn these tools. There are so many platforms where you can grab this knowledge and run with it and make fortune out of it. Have you heard any of your GOs who are in the top 10 billionaires in the world? They are not producing no shit. They don't produce nothing. They don't offer you nothing. All they offer you is what? Brainwash and manipulation. Tell them I said so. They are even using people's application to stream. They are using StreamYard. See me, I'm using StreamYard to stream on other platforms, and I'm paying $480 a year to use StreamYard. You guys know what StreamYard is now? Yes. Some of you are finding me on Facebook. Facebook provided a tools for small, medium businesses where we can advertise our product. They see us. You know how much we are paying for it? It adds up. You might think it's not many, but Facebook go, they collect them. You know how many millions of people they are collecting that money from just to expose your business to other people? Which platform do we have in Nigeria that is doing that? The last time I used Facebook advertising platform was like almost 8 years ago. When I went in there again some couple of days ago, it has gone massively complex. Why? People are working on that platform every single night. You are there inside one house, shaking your head like a takbot, beginning to go for one deliverance on the Monday morning. Monday morning that you were supposed to go and find a job and do something for yourself. I don't know what you are talking about, KZ_media. I don't know what you're asking me. Queen Row W1, how are you? So fasting, vigils, deliverance doesn't bring six-figure IT jobs. Just know that. If you like, go and stay there and fast. Like, if it was going to bring, people like us are not supposed to get, because I don't go to church. I don't have time to go to church. I teach weekends. I teach weekends. I teach weekends. I teach weekends. And by the time I come back from work, I have to teach BA in the evening or meet my clients. So the few weekends that I don't have something doing like this, I use it to rest and take my girls out and have fun with them. Why do I have to go and look for what is not missing inside religious center? I only go there to socialize. So why you spend your time doing religious centers or religious activities? Because that's what our parents introduced us into. Don't get me wrong, you are doing the right thing. But the question is this: when you finish, how much are you making? So let me analyze from the business analysis perspective. So you go to a church, you are in a prayer band, you are in a choir, possibly you are in another service group like sanitation or drama, whatever group you want to belong. Let's say you are there, just two service group in the church. And these two service group, they meet twice. You meet twice in the church during the week. That was a way they groomed us to be busy for ourselves, right? Let's say you're in the choir, you will go choir practice twice in a month. Yes, you go to choir practice twice in a month. And for some reason, we felt that was the best thing that could happen to us when we do that. Yes, that's what we believed, that was the best thing that could happen. Right? Now, let's say you are working 40 hours a week. You have 168 hours in a week. You go to work. Let's say you live in Lagos. Factor traffic in the day. You go to work. You leave your house sometimes at 5. You will not get to work till 8. When you're coming back, you get home at 10. You close something around 4 or 5, but you get home at 10. Let's say it's not even far. With the whole hustle and bustle, I was talking to my session yesterday during the group session I was having. I told them, when I go to work and come back, I still have enough strength to do other things for myself. If you're not having that kind of a job, you are wrong. If you are going to a job that is stressing you, you're almost approaching 50, you are still doing a job that it will stress your whole head out, that when you come back, you can't even look at your wife or your husband like this and say, baby, how was your day? Village people, come and help your people here. Those are what I would do for you. I have to call the village people to come and help your head. So by the time you look at the time you spend to go to your church and go and do all these religious activities, what time is left for you to also invest in yourself to increase your capacity? What time do you use to build your own business to be able to grow so that you can be able to make money as residual income? Nobody get rich working for people forever. You can't get rich. You can't get rich working for people forever. Already had 4 events this year where my locations now for churches: Germany, France, Denmark. Churches are now event centers. There you go. Chef.ay. That's my friend in Germany. He's an executive chef, a professional one. That's what he does for a living. Top-notch chef, like not those local ones. So this one, he goes from countries to countries to cook. Yes, he holds top shows and events. See, churches are now event centers. Can you hear that? Good. So those of you that will come for me in my comment section, you come for me on my comment section, because I'm trying to open your eyes to the reality that we have found ourselves. The people that brought us white Jesus. They brought us, so we collected it. But while we were busy carrying the white Jesus, they were inside the lab. You know how many hours we spent inside the lab building codes to solve logistic problems in the US? I feel bad that I can't write those codes with them because they pay them more money. Ha! My people, you need to wake up. Those places are not going to solve that problem. It's not going to give you 6-figure. I'm asking you to spend time. Listen, when you learn business analysis, you need to practice how to use Jira. You know how many hours you put into that? My Jira class is $500. You learn Jira, you learn Lucidchart. You have to practice them to be able to use them when you get to work. When I coach you, I don't give you on the job support because I coach you to know when you get to the work, you will deliver. So by the time you spend time in deliverance services, some of you will go to church, you acquire or you acquire members. You go to church at 7 o'clock in the morning, you will not come back till 10 in that night because you have to sing for the whole entire 4 services. Who do you think you are serving? God. You are nothing but out there. Your God will not put you under such slavery. This is what they told us. Haven't you seen that some of your GOs, they have set up these churches since now? They have run away. They live outside of the country, enjoying the good atmosphere. They left you there. Now they are over here. They are holding seminars and workshops, and they are charging $2,000 for an appearance for each attendees. Right? And you guys are still chasing church. It's church that is set up for you. I'm not calling names, so use your head and carry it. Fasting, vigils, deliverance, they don't bring the 6-figure that will make you comfortable in this contemporary age. Be careful. Use your head. You ask me, oh, I don't love God. The God I love will not put a fellow human being in such stagnation. The God that I love will not put a fellow human being in such manipulative and brainwashing states. How can you be a choir master or how can you be a choir member? You go to church from Sunday morning, except they are paying you. Are they not making money? Why are they not paying you? How do you feed your family? So you are living off, literally. You are going to be working for somebody for the rest of your life. Because for you to sing on Sunday from morning till night on 2, 3, 4 services, that means you would have had to do 2-3 days choir practices. So what time is left for you to also develop your own business? That's someone's business that you are developing. They are building schools. They are buying private jets. Hello, wake up. Fasting, vigils, deliverance doesn't bring 6 figures IT jobs. I spent close to $14,000 to gain 31 IT certifications. And it cost me countless hours to learn those tools that enable me to work in this space as an expert. It takes me hours to learn one tools, and you're telling me I should go and do night vigil. Ogun, key your head there if that is still your mindset. We need to push this message to a point whereby even our generation to come will not make that same mistake. We need to push our young ones to begin to indulge in coding, in programming at a very early age in life. We use codes to solve problems. I live inside the tech space. My heart breaks. It churns with pains knowing that we wasted our days on the mountain searching for God that was not missing. We go to Redeem Camp where it's like a concentration camp inside one dust, thinking we are looking for God, not knowing that we were nothing but slave. I was not going. I know them going. I've never been there before. To go and do what? Come and tell me I'm wrong. And I'll tell you how unemployment is so high where I am coming from. Why? Because we don't have injectors. There's something called injectors in economics. Injectors are those small companies that leverage the system to provide jobs for people when they leave. How many injectors do you have there? Like I said, giant of Africa, which application or which software is solving global problems? Don't you know that those things are being created from mental brainstorming? Brainstorming, as in brainstorming, that is what they use to solve those problems. If you don't spend time to brainstorm, we are building some new features into our products in the logistics space where I am right now. You know how many hours we spend for brainstorming, backlog prioritization, features prioritization? You know how many hours we spend to, sometimes we get into bottleneck. We say, you know what, let's take a break and come back. We didn't say we should go and pray. We didn't say we should go and fast. We didn't say we should go to night vigils. We don't go for vigils. We don't do deliverance. What we do is brainstorming sessions. Sometimes we have to do what is called quick fix estimations. These are tools that we use to solving problems. We don't go for night vigils, but they made us believe that everything is based off night vigils. Oh, you pray until something acts. I pray until something happens. What God cannot do does not. Be quiet. That platform that you are sitting down to shout what God cannot do does not exist. You think they use what God cannot do does not exist to build YouTube? You think they use what God cannot exist to build YouTube that you are cashing out? You know how many nights that were spent to build those platforms? Wake up. We have long been put in the bondage. It is time for us to liberate ourselves. Get to work. Adopt the mindset of hard working. Adopt the mindset of spending times on your computers and search for what to do. Sometimes, I don't want to say this, but the truth be told, even Yahoo boys, you notice that they spend time on top of the computer. That is the hard work I'm talking to you about. If those kids were harnessed, they won't be doing Yahoo. They will be using their brain to solving problems. But because nobody is supporting them, that is why you see we will build businesses like those guys that built the fintech company in Nigeria. Foreigners will come and buy it all from them. Why? Because the system or the government don't even support those small businesses to have them grow. Wake up. Don't get me wrong. What our parents showed us was the best that they knew. But now we are grown. We are adults. We can think for ourselves. We know nothing but the truth. It is left for you to liberate yourself from that stagnation. Keep going to night vigil and then come to my DM and come and be begging me for money. Come and be begging me for my free time to coach you for free. And I will tell you that I am not Father Christmas. I'm not charity. I'm here for business. I'm not here for charity. I'm here for business. Unfortunately, I'm here for business. Yes, I'm here for business. So by the time you go to night vigil and go and spend all your productive time there, you wake up on the Monday morning, you're going for deliverance services. So when you come back now, my heart earns 6 figures from the tech space. You come and beg me for money and you think I should come and answer you. For real, for real. And then when I don't answer you, you will be telling me, what have you done for your village? Ogunki, did I tell you that my village was the one that sent me to America? It was my choice. It was my decision. If I decided to act and think like them, of course, I'll still remain in the village. You won't see me here to ask me such favor. So why you go to spend your time doing fasting, vigils, deliverance, understand that they don't earn you a job, because you earn that job by the skills, by the value you bring to the table. Here, we don't have no man. I don't need to know you. I don't ever believe in God for that reason. I just put my resume. My resume is very intimidating. Like I said, I have 31 IT certifications. It was not fasting and prayers. It was not vigil. It was sitting down to read them. Then I will pray to my Oluwao in private to say, bless this as I move forward. If you don't put in the work, he has nothing to bless. When you put in the work, you pray very little prayers. It works like magic. You know how many hours you need to learn SQL? I'm telling you, I'll charge you $5,000 to teach you SQL, Oracle SQL, for 6 months, twice in the month. Imagine, I offer free classes. Nobody's going to the internet to post it, or that Wilfred is offering free IT certification classes. And I'll spend 16 hours because it's not valuable. But let me come and offer deliverance services for 16 hours. The class the whole place go full. You go full up. Yes, now. I will offer 16 hours capacity, a certification class that I spent money to learn that earns me 6-figure. I will offer to teach them for free. You will still see people coming there to come and be giving me mouth. Let's call for one religious meeting. Either all these our gospel musician or all these our fake GOs who are turning to billionaire stalkers. There is one that I knew him to be a pastor in Egbeda area there. Now he says he's grooming billionaires. Have you made the billion yet? Yet you are still running church and collecting tithe and offering. You haven't made the billion. You are already promoting it. Have you made $1 billion? You're talking about billionaire. How can you make billionaires when you are not one? You just read book and come and be pouring. What I'm telling you, I work in the tech space. I have 31 IT certifications, and I teach people and I show you, I teach you the tools as well. I have a very robust team that will be teaching you a lot, not just me. Yes, I spearhead them, but they too, they make 6-figure. Last year, 26 of them, 16 of them were women. I transitioned them from minimum wage to 6-figure. So I will not tell you what I am not doing. I'm not telling you things I don't have evidence to show. If you come in private, you will see them. A lot of them don't want you to know them in the public that they are making 6-figure, so that some of you will not bust their DMs. So while you are getting ready to go for night vigil, while you're getting ready to go for deliverance, nobody says you should go to church on Sunday. Nobody made that rule. Sunday is a normal day in this country for other people. Sunday is a normal day, like normal day with other people. I remember during the day like this, back when I was young, from Thursday, Holy Friday, Holy Saturday, Easter Sunday, Holy Monday, I will be in the church throughout. I just keep thinking, oh my God. If I had someone that could send me to a coding bootcamp when I was young, while in the seminary, I will be far more useful to myself than now. When I went to the flight school in the US, while I was the one topping the theory part of the class, my Indian brothers, my Indian students, my classmates, Indians, Americans, they were excelling in the practical when they get inside the plane. You know why? They had their computer game that they use, the simulator to fly and all that. Who born monkey banana? Who born me with flight simulator? I didn't know what that was. That was my first time of knowing what a flight simulator and how I was going to use it ever. While I was the one topping the class in terms of the theory part of it, because that's what I was used to, reading and cramming. I went to school in Ekiti, the fountain of knowledge. If there was anything I got from Ekiti and my Yoruba people were the fact that they taught me how to study. They taught me how to read. Ekiti people, respect. My Yoruba people, respect. I went to school in your land. Y'all teach me well. Y'all teach me. I think I've told you guys that story before. That when I got there, I thought I was smart. When I got there, my Yoruba classmates, they were using Yoruba to explain calculus. Muzakbe, the y, the x, or differentiate here. I was lost. How would you know more than them? They were using Yoruba to explain calculus. How would you not know it? It runs in your stream, in your bloodstream. Since I couldn't grab, I said, okay, so me too, I will interpret what I'm reading in Calabar language. Ever since then till today, if I read, as I'm reading, I'm interpreting it in my own dialect inside my head. When I'm teaching my classes, you guys know now, I will use pidgin to teach it because I so know it, except the fact that I'm working in the field, but I so know it that it runs in my stream. I can use my dialect to explain it to you. Yes, now. Now, Yoruba people teach me, Ekiti people, Ekiti Kete, respect if you're from Ekiti, respect. I went to Federal Polytechnic, I do Ekiti. I had HND. I remembered while in college, my best friend in class, Kenny. Oh, one love, Ekiti. Yes, Ekiti people. Every small house has like 10 professors. In Ekiti, every small building, even though they have brown zinc, they have 10 professors. The only problem I had with them is that they did not know how to monetize this knowledge, and which is what I'm telling you. Professors, they live inside church. They are very poor. They don't have money. So me, I had to correct that. As I'm learning it, I will sip to my Igbo brothers and learn some business antics. So that's why I'm able to monetize every single skills that I am acquiring. Fasting, vigils, deliverance, they don't bring 6 figures. As an IT consultant, I teach 9 IT certifications, and I will show you how you can monetize them. Qualitative analysis is one of them. Sheun and Inoluwa, they are my mentees. I cut soap for them years ago. They are balling with that. They live in Nigeria and they are living well. If those kids don't make $5,000 a month, something is wrong. Who will teach me the Igbo? Now you go interpret them. Now as you read them, you go interpret them for Igbo. Yes. Qualitative analysis is one aspect of data analysis that a lot of people are ignoring because it's not quantitative. I do quantitative, but this my teammates, my business partners, they teach qualitative. They will show you how to make money off it. You need time to practice those things. It is not in the place of fasting and prayer. It is not in the place of deliverance. Listen, if these things were working, some of us would still be in Nigeria. My heart is broken that we are still suffering these things. It was a playbook that was brought for us. We took it. We thought we were doing ourselves a favor. If you don't go to church, they see you as a bad person. Kilon warrior. If I come to your house, say I want to marry you, and I speak for myself, I tell you what I do. Your father go rush, give you me for free. When you see the bundle, I go drop for the table. I tell you that I'm an IT consultant and I run. What are you talking about? Qualitative analysis will put you some free money in your pocket, but you need to sit on your computer and practice how to transcribe and how to use Atlas TI and Vivo. These are softwares. When they were building it, we were inside the bush. You know how much you have to pay for that license? When they teach you, the students will give you, your facilitator will give you the license for free to use. But after the class, for you to use it to make money, you will also need to get your own license. It's not cheap. You have to pay for it. They don't use fasting and prayer to cast and bind to download into your system. Owo, dollars, you pay to get the license. Nothing good comes easy. They use money, find money. How many bishops, pope, geos have you heard are billionaires? They make a mockery of them because why? It's not their money. They are stolen, extorted money. The truth has to be said. I might not call their names, but trust me, you get the message. You might be looking at me as a bad guy telling you the truth today, but tomorrow you will look back. When you have this understanding, you will not let your children make the same mistake. You won't. I talk about business analysis a lot because these are non-coding, non-programming, because we didn't do this while we were growing. So you might be struggling, but at least there is those ones you can jump into and cash out. But no, you still they go night vigil. You still they go mountain of prayers. You still they go all those our camps when they built along kilometer 48, Abi Ibadan Express Road. What do you think they're doing there? Those places will turn to crops and businesses very soon. Watch, nobody will be going there. These young Gen Zs, you think they have time for those shit? They don't have time for it. They have time for social media. By the time all these baby boomers, all this generation, our millennial age will face off now. All these Gen Zs, do you see them go there? When they tell you that they will soon turn to clubs, you think they are lying. You think my daughters that I'm sending to learn coding will be going there? You think my daughter that I'm teaching her how to be a public speaker because she models what I am doing and I'm educating and training them at this tender age, you think they have time to go to those places? You won't see them there. Wake up now. The time is now. What our parents showed us then, that was the best that they knew. It is time for us to move away from that narrative and adopt a growth mindset. So I'm telling you to come and learn business analysis now. I am not being stupid. And guess what? In the next 2-3 years from now, some of us will be jobless because if you don't have one digital skills, you will not be able to be compliant with the labor market. I can't do computer. I can't do computer. Hey, computer is too big for me. Hey, computer is too this for me. Excuse me. But when the mountain is as high as anything, you will climb and go there and go and be shaking your head like a tugboat. When you come down like this, or who go hold you like this, you can't start to beg money to pay bills or to buy food. Is that the kind of life you want to live? That's some ridiculous kind of stuff. They will begin to blackmail you. Oh, you don't love God. Oh, you are talking against God. Ever since I've been talking, how come I'm still cashing out ever since? So God loves me more than you. So I decided to close my Facebook page, the old one that had 12,000 followers. Guess what? It was not doing anything for me. I couldn't run ad. The business analysis is 20 days. I have one that is running in the afternoon, Central Time, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. A computer engineer is the one teaching that one. I teach the one at night, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. You know me? I learn from the street. The other one is a computer engineer that will be teaching you. She's a business analyst. She works in the field. Can we select the ones we want to learn? Of course, go to the link. So I had 12,000 on my Facebook page, my people. You don't understand? After I was paying, you know that blue tick that is there now, you have to pay for it. I was paying for the page. You don't understand? But it gives you access to their support team. How do you get started without a funding aid? You work the money now and bring the money and come and learn. You don't need funding to fund $1,000 class now. Where you just start with the 500, the one without the hands-ons. Where you get the hands-ons again, you come and pay and learn the hands-on. So after I spoke with Facebook, because I am their premium customer, I pay $13 every month. I just understood that they were not able to enable the ad for me again because it's been long. It's just 1 week I enabled, I deactivated the old Facebook ad and I opened a new one. Ladies and gentlemen, just 1 week, I'm not kidding you guys, I made $20,000. I put just 2-3 ads. It's all over the place. Everybody's just paying for my coaching services to $2,000. Yes. I'm not kidding you. The ad is going wild and I'm only having 302 people on my Facebook account as I'm talking to you now. That is the power of social media. That is the power when you have something to offer that is global. Yes, now. They know. Who know 1 6-figure from IT space? I had 12,000 there. It was not doing anything for me. So you are using your own Facebook page doing nothing, but your GO, they are using it to extort money from you. They'll come and be telling you some fake miracle that don't exist anywhere. Or they'll come and be telling you, and you are there, you are dropping money for them. They are making money off you, but you are not making money off the page. So when I showed them in the class yesterday, we were having a group session, coaching session. So Dr. Babajide was the one talking to them about personal branding. You know, how long is the program and will it be job ready? When you ask me for that question, don't come to class. When you went to college, did you ask your VC, as we are coming to school to pay money for these classes, for this degree, are we going to get a job when we finish? Do you ask them that question? You don't. You have to put in the work and follow through the process, and the job will come. But when you come with this kind of mindset, you don't have value yet. If they give you that job as a business analyst after the 20 days, you think you can do the work? No. So you need to move away from such mindset. So let me get back to my story. So here am I was having 12,000 followers on my Facebook account, but it's not giving me money. But now I'm having less than 300. I cash out 20,000. You know why? The power of the ads. And then the power to push what I am making. I did not go for night vigil. I've not been to church since this year came. Hello. I have not done night vigil. Who knows when? I'm always here on my computer. You guys know now I teach. See. That's my coaching corner. This is content creation. That corner there, you see where you have that chair there, somewhere there, where you have those computers there. That's my coaching spot. Yes, with ease. I tell you all the time now, what I do pays me more than where I work, double. Auntie Wumi wants to come live. This is a computer engineer graduate, and she did masters in information systems. I don't know why she came to pay me $2,000 for me to be her coach. She's the one teaching business analysis. I will be there again to support Auntie Wumi, engineer Auntie Wumi. I said this one that you say you want to show us up here.
I said, let me show up today. Let me show up this morning.
So we don't do night vigil here. We don't do night vigil. If you know you are not ready to work, this is not for you. Continue your night vigil. Continue your night vigil. Like I said, Auntie Wumi is a computer engineer. She studied computer engineering, and then she did information systems in her master's in Malaysia. And I don't know why she came to me to come and be bothering this village boy. I feel so honored to always see her around. She's the one that inspired me to go and beginning to learn DevOps. When she will be using DevOps to intimidate me in the class, I say, Auntie Wumi, be coming down now. But now, at least if she talks small, I can be able to answer her little. So she's going to be taking us through the business analysis for the Central Time Zone. I will be showing up during my break time to support, but I can tell you she's a competent hands. I'm blessed to have these women around me, and she also works in the field. I held her by hands into this space. Like I said, I don't know why she came to pay me, a mini village boy. My hands in the air, yummy. Auntie me, Alpha, how's the weekend? You are mute.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I also let me come and greet you today. Let me show my face.
Well, now that we are beginning to see your face, that means we are growing, because before now, to see your face, we have to go through the secretary. I have to call Oga first and ask permission to come and be seeing you. As with me, I am the antichrist of social media. After that, they freeze. It looks like now me no love God, right?
Well, I used to say that a lot of people, they really do not have anything upstairs.
Okay.
It is what they've embedded in them, and they feel that is the best way to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
And arguing with such set of people is going to be draining.
Well, I have learned not to let it drain me. So I decided I have some adjectives that I have slated out. If I look now, Obiri, I know what to call you when you display that nonsense under my comment. I no tag you, I no call you, but you just come under me to be attacking me because of what they told you, obsolete message that they embedded in your mother home. If you're a guy, I will remind you that the ovaries and the spermatozoa that bred you was nothing but a corrupt gene.
Fredo, you're not kidding me.
Yes.
I used to see it. I see everything.
Like, I arrange what I want to tell them on the standby so that they understand that I am not here to be bullied. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people, we just, because, okay, like, this business analysis, somebody was he saw the flyer,
mm-hmm.
and he came to my DM and it was like, is there a guarantee for job? I said, when you went to the church, is there a guarantee for your miracle? Like, you have to put in the work.
You have to put in the work.
It doesn't just come like that. Like, there are a lot of sleepless nights you really have to do, especially if you've never been in that field.
Yeah.
There are a lot of reading, there are a lot of research, there are a lot of listening.
Yes.
And being attentive.
A lot of networking that you have to put in.
Networking.
Yes. There's a lot of work.
The person was like, when I do I go get job. That was how the message came.
Auntie Wumi, anybody when they ask me that question, I just tell the person straight up, I don't want to coach you. Because you are already stressing my cortisol level and my adrenaline.
There's no point.
There's no point. Because when you went to college, You did not ask your VC, will I get a job when I finish this course? You were focused on going through it.
Why did they do exam?
Why did they do exam?
Why were they doing tests?
Yes.
Why can't you just enter on their level and wait for that 4 years to get to 400 level to wait for 4 years to 400 level 5 depending on the kind of course. And you go to your registrar for your certificate.
Yes, now.
And say, okay, my certificate is ready. It's time to get a job. And you enter any office and you get a job. No.
Why didn't they go and just register and then go and stay in the night vigil and begin to pray for miracle? So that
you were going to class.
Yeah, you were going to class. Yes.
You were doing tests.
Benny.
You were doing exams.
Benny.
You were reading.
Tell me about it.
For the ones that even went to carry you read to that point, because even if you see somebody that you want to cheat on, you must know something before you can even copy your next person.
Correct.
Something must have happened before another thing will happen.
Correct.
So when they now come and they now believe because the word IT is in the IT space.
It's in IT space.
Because they told them there is no coding. Yes, there is no coding, but there are other things that are there that replace the coding.
Yes, that you have to learn.
And you have to learn. What
Yes.
Technology that looks normal, like simple English. But you felt you learned it. Yes, you learned it by listening to it. Oh yeah, tell me what you learned now.
And that is why this message is not going to stop. I am going to keep pushing it. All of you will know me as this. And listen, guys, I won't tell you to do what I'm not doing. When I'm telling you not to do this, I'm giving you substitutes. Product management is not hard. Product management and business analysis, they are the same. The only difference is that they are in two different environments. One is having requirements. The other one is having backlog. Simple. This one is having stakeholder. This one is having stakeholder. This one is having user story. And this one is having what, Auntie Wumi?
Use case.
Use case. Can you see? It's as easy as that. You just have to understand. You have to learn how to write the user story. You have to learn how to draw the use case. And you know how it interacts. And I will tell you guys this with a place of humility. Guys, all the things you will learn in 1 month from business analysis, Scrum Master, Product Owner, Product Manager, I swear with my life, it's nothing compared to what any of you did in Nigerian colleges. Auntie Wumi, am I lying?
Yes. Yes, now. See, I was looking at, remember I used to tell you that if I had known that this is how the space is, yes, I went to read it in school. I really went to do it. But because it was Indian, and my school was kind of, even though I was on the campus, but because my school is University of East London, we were not in London, so we were kind of having an online courses with some of our people that were on ground in London.
In London.
It's going to be University of East London. So most times when I listen to all these things, I'll not be like, so is this how the thing has always been? Then when I came out and I found myself in America and I was like, okay, fine. So what should we now do now? That's when I found you.
Okay.
And all these things, I now noticed that these are the things that we've been doing on a daily basis.
On a daily basis.
For the people that came to my classes, those 2 classes that I did, I used to tell them, these are the things you've been doing for free for people.
Yes.
You decide to listen to a lot of people and you are analyzing their problem. You are fixing their issues.
Of course.
You are writing it down. That is the same thing you are going to be doing for
absolutely.
And you will get paid.
Auntie Wumi, you both sat down and put together all the things we've been doing day to day in our private lives.
Yes.
To run our lives. They put it together and they now call it business analysis. And they give names to them. And they package it in this book. Wait, guys, let me show you guys the gospel according to Bible. You see? Bad book. Gospel according to bad book. Right? They package it in this book. These are things you do day to day. I'll give you one that is so obnoxious. Business cases. Why do you build a business case as a business analyst? You built a business case because you want to justify why you must do that thing. And you have to build an alternative plan. If this thing fails, what should become of this? So as a business analyst, you need to build a business case around a particular project that you want to venture into. So when you sit down with your spouse or with your significant other, with your parents, and discuss a project that you want to do, why must you do this project? What if we get stuck? What are we going to? Yes.
You're looking for, if we put 500 naira
on this thing,
will not be enough.
That is business case. Or you won't give a business case.
I was talking to somebody and she was like, there's just my client that is from Ireland, and she used to work for Shell, and she transitioned to Ireland, and things happened one way or the other. Yeah, she worked. I think she worked in which first came to Ireland. She worked for a bit, and something happened. When things just happen to people, and a lot of things just go wrong. And I was trying to say, okay, fine. These are the things you've been doing for a while. These are the things that you've already done for some time, and you were good at it. Why are you doing this thing for free when you can actually put yourself together and fix things? But a lot of people will be like, I really do not have time to read. But you can go on Netflix. Me, the kind of Netflix.
They can go on Netflix, so
for 2 hours. You can go on YouTube for most of those YouTube Yoruba movies are like 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 20 minutes, 1 hour, thereabout, less than 2 hours. And they will be so keen and sat down to watch those movies. Some will watch too. Some will say they don't have time. And you'll see them on Instagram live, on TikTok live. They are not the hosts. They are not the one receiving the coins. But they are on that live for like 3-4 hours. And they will come back to class and tell me they do not have time.
Business case. See, business case. Listen. A business case provides a justification for a course of action based on the benefits to be realized by using the proposed solution, as compared to the cost, effort, and other considerations to require or to acquire and live with that solution. Isn't that what you do in your home? When you want to cook a pot of soup, you sit down to plan it, and you make the list, and you decide to go to the grocery store. And you can get to the store, and then you see that requirement changed, and you said, my budget is not going to take it. And you readjust. That's business case. So what Oyibo did was to package it like this inside a book and call it a certification. Hi, Auntie Obi. We are paying for it. And that's what I'm saying. Why they were combating this, there you go. Why they were busy doing this, that we are all paying for. You were inside the mountain looking for God that was not missing. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I can open another topics, different one of them. These are the things you do day to day in your life. All you need to learn is the terminology. Hi, sweetheart, welcome. But no, you want to go and see your pastor. You want to go to night vigil. On a Monday morning, you are going for deliverance. Village people, please.
Say business. Okay.
I hope it's not your office page you want to show also.
No. 15,322
jobs for business analysis alone.
Alone.
Yes, I do. Yes.
110,000 yearly. A lot like that.
A lot. That is from Indeed. 13,000. That job search does not drop for business analysis. And you are there saying there is no job. And you are there sitting down and said, this is not this. This is not that. Guys, enough of night vigil. Enough of fasting. Enough of deliverance. I'm not trying to alienate you from your God. I serve God too. I acknowledge God in my life. I acknowledge God. I don't go to those places. Waste of time and resources. I must confess to you. You need time to learn these things, learn the terminologies. See, like mind mapping. Why do you need mind mapping? And this is what you do day to day. You do mind mapping. Is there in business analysis? You do brainstorming. Is here. You do decision analysis. Is here. You do analytical thinking. It is here. You do critical thinking. It is here. You do system thinking. It is here. You do financial analysis. It is here in this book. Business analysis. And y'all will make it look like it's a big thing. Come to Auntie Wumi's class, 12 to 1 p.m. with hands-on. If you don't have time, come for the night one, 10 to 11 p.m. Eastern time zone, 12 to 1 Central time zone. That is another opportunity I am giving you. Whether you come, you don't come, we both work in the space. They pay us 6 figures. You no change anything. Shoti, hear me? We are only doing you a favor to ask you to come. And the prices you pay here is relatively extremely cheap. You can't get it anywhere. $500 for 20 days and $1,000 with hands-on is your choice.
Yeah, I've been telling Fred we need to review this thing.
No, I have always been a nice guy. I've always been a nice guy. And Wumi, I understand it is expensive. And I put it there because people in Nigeria also want to benefit from it. Yeah, so if we take the price up, we will definitely scare them off. My coaching for people in Nigeria is $500. And Wumi, how much do I charge for my coaching in America and other places?
We pay $2,000 to see it.
Good. But when you live in Nigeria, I put it at $500. It's not like I don't love money, but I grew up there. It's hard. And it's the same energy, the same intensity, the same resources I will still pour into you. I am losing, but I offer that to be able to also give back to my community. You guys will be looking at me as if I am stupid. I make money than a lot of your pastors. You go there to go and be giving offering and tithes. I'm not kidding you guys, because I'm offering a service that is global. A lot of your pastors are so smart that they could do this same thing, but because of greed, everybody said they are being called. And their business model is failing now. It's failing because all these Gen Zs, they won't go there.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that are now questioning and are now reasoning.
Yes, they are reasoning it.
When you need it and you say, you, my people, I need this thing, let us do this thing. People will willingly donate. Not that you now try to measure it and try to make it look as if they don't know what they're doing, and you now cajole everybody and fix it and look like they're all moves. But what's happened now?
Auntie Wumi, this book is not as big as Ababio.
No.
Good.
The chemistry textbook. No.
You know now. But we finished it. We finished Ababio. Now, this small business analysis textbook, we are complaining. That biology textbook. The exam is 125 if you want to read it, and you don't even need the exam. Auntie Wumi does not have it. I don't have it. Of all my 31 certification, it's not part of it. I was going to do it. They told me, Fred, you don't need it.
Yes, but I told not to do it.
Yes, sir.
When we went to check it, we saw it
It's $125. Modern biology. We finished cover to cover. But yet, when you tell people about business analysis, they will tell you why Jesus did not fall from the sky and he walked on top of the water and he sank inside. They brainwash us. We carry the thing, they run like say anything. How can you tell me that a woman did not pekus and he can't carry belly, can't go born? Tell that to the gods, please. Let me go to hell that don't exist. After over 2,000 or 2 million years, boy, there is no other woman that is virgin enough or holy enough for the thing to happen again. They brainwash you so that you are going around looking for what? Miracle. While they were busy translating what you do day to day inside a book and call it what? Business analysis, so that you can go and do it for corporate world. Can you see?
Yeah.
That was their business model. They put you in a spot where they make you believe that miracle is what you want to live on, while they were busy.
What people even miss is that even before, let's say that the miracle is this. Even before you get to that miracle point, there are more of things you have to do.
But the focus is not on the things you need to do. The focus is on the miracle. And that is where I am trying to correct that narrative. Don't tell me about miracle. Don't. I have told you the definition of miracle for me. Miracle is when science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fails. Then what happened after then is miracle.
I was reading from somewhere this morning and they noticed that a boy or a baby, is a boy, is a toddler anyway, I really do not know the age, and the boy had 3 kidneys. And one lady is a nurse or maybe a doctor is trying to question that. And they don't say that there's in Abuja, or is it Abuja or is it Patang? I don't know. It's one of these hospitals in Nigeria. So they did not say that. Their medical stuff now say that there is no case like that.
Wow.
In their hospital. That there's no case like that. But these people are saying they did miracle and this boy developed three kidneys. Hospital say no be their picking. Say no be their.
Wow.
Can
you imagine?
I will send it to you. I will look for that thing and send it to you.
Someone is asking me, so you don't require certification? You don't. What you require is the knowledge and how to show it on your resume, which we will show you in the class as you come. That's part of it. However, if you have certifications in other aspects, now inside this bad book, there is agile. There is agile inside the bad book. Agile. Let me pull that out. 372. So whenever you go to take business analysis anywhere, and they don't teach you product owner, Scrum Master, the person just chop your money. They will have to talk to you about agile because it is part of the topic that you need to know. See, agile perspective. Look at it here. Agile. You see, agile is right here. Agile. You see that? You need to learn agile. Scrum Master, product owner, product management, the development team, they are here. So during your 20 days, you will also be introduced and taught this as well. And during this 1 month, I am also going to be teaching a whole 16 hours Scrum Master on its own. And then I'll teach product owner again on its own for a whole weekend. That's why I said a whole month. You will go back there and learn more. But no, you are going for night vigil. When you are in Nigeria and this class is starting at 3 a.m., you find it difficult to wake up to join the class. But no, if it's a night vigil that you have to go for 12 hours, you go and kill yourself there. How much have you made? How much have you made? The people that are telling you what God cannot do does not exist. Do you know that it is a product of business analysis that they are cashing out? That's Google. They're streaming it. YouTube is paying. And then you are the one burning your data for them to cash out on you. Hey, when is our Mugu going to stop? Oh.
And there's an account attached to all those profiles. And any shot that you cut away from it and you post it, they are getting paid.
They're getting paid.
And you are telling me they don't have job. They have a job. That's their job.
Of course, I'm a product manager. I work as a product manager. I am a certified trained product manager in SAFE. SAFE is a global certification. Go and check. Yes, I cover that as well. Why do you think I'm offering you a combo? I'm offering you a combo. Product management, Scrum Master, business analysis, and 2 weeks one-on-one coaching for 2,650. I am not asking you to come. Whether you come, Auntie Wumi get paid where she works. I get paid where I work. Enough to sustain us. Do you understand me? Enough to sustain us. So keep going for your night vigil. Transfer the same narrative to your children. Ever since you have been going for the night vigil, and Deliverance and fasting, how much have you made? The class for April is starting on the 1st, on Monday. Starting on Monday. After that, the next one will start first working day in the month of May. You can decide to pay. Auntie Wumi is teaching the one for May from 12 to 1 p.m. Central Time, even the one for April as well. So if you want to go for the daytime, you can go. If you want to come for the one at night, you can. You see, me, I'm willing to share. The market is big. I cannot say it is only me that must teach. I'm willing to share. I'm still having a lot of people that are coming to me for one-on-one. I am choking. I'm choking. So seeing Auntie Wumi saying she wants to also teach, may your days be long. I am very glad. Even the hands-on, I am not the one teaching it. I have another professional. Yes, now he's our Tony. He understands.
Yes, now it's my class. I mean, Tony, tell them.
Tony was in class. If Tony wants to come live, Tony, come. You were in class, the last class. You know how it was. Come live.
Yes,
let me see.
I remember when I put Tony on spot. He was like, until please come with same view.
Oh, if Tony wants to come live, send me invite. Tony can come live. You can share out of this knowledge. You were there in class. It's not something I do by myself. I leverage their well of knowledge. They too, they are working in their different companies. They will share those experiences with you and give you support system. So business analysis is here. Oh, Scrum Master is here. Oh, product management is here. Oh. Can we pay in installments? You can only do 2 installments. 2 at the beginning and half. Yes, it's 20 days. You cannot let 11 days come and to you because you want to use our head. And guess what? After you start, you will not want to miss the class. How can you make the payment? Oh, yeah, DM me now. I will know where you are. Send me a DM so that I can walk around with you. If you want to pay in Naira, we are flexible. But you just have to tell me which class you are coming for. Again, I always rub this one in not to be condescending. I'm not trying to tell you to do this because I want to cash out. My class is 20 days for $500. You can't get it anywhere.
Cash out. We'll go to TikTok now and do our cash out. They will know what to do.
Yes. I'm not a big fan of that TikTok. Oh. I'm not a big fan.
I just go there for going sake for listening.
Please.
I have no idea what I'm
Please. We have had enough of our religious bobom kuku, religious things. And Auntie Wumi, nothing drains me like when I sit down to see how much my company pays for different applications that we use. From App Dynamics,
I was telling my husband this morning,
GitHub.
Around 12, 1 a.m. today. And I was like, is there a way we can really convert a lot of people to our Spanish? It was like, if you drag there, said they no go answer you because they've been brainwashed.
I said, Auntie Wumi, think about GitHub. Oh, you guys use GitHub now. You know how many companies are using GitHub? You know how many Docker. You know how many companies are using it? And the more people you put on them, the more money you pay. Which blood money pass that one?
Salesforce is the
now you're calling Salesforce again. Now you're calling Salesforce again. You see how many companies are using Salesforce, the best CRM in the world. Some and guess what?
Even brands, even all those people that are doing AML and doing what's the other one, KYC, they use this Salesforce to pull it. Even though they are front users, but you can be the end user. Okay, there was one. I know I told you that there was one of my friends that asked me, "Do you know any administrator of Salesforce?"
Salesforce.
I was like, huh? I said, okay, how much they say they are not paying much. They are not really paying much, but they should be paying $65 to $70 per hour. I was like, why now? What is really going on? What's going on? Just for you to do something.
Auntie Wumi, whenever I sit down to look at how much my company pays for those applications, and I'm like, who are the people building this?
It's somebody like us.
They are human beings like us, right? So when they just distracted us. This is what they did. They distracted us into believing miracles exist while they were busy inside in the lab. Guess who are paying for those products now? Is we. You know, Shebi, you see how much we pay. As small as we are, you see how much we pay for Lucy Charts and for Jira to be able to teach people. So imagine companies. You have to pay monthly. And guess what? I have never spoken to anybody in Jira before. No, we don't now, because they have perfected their act. They have perfected the smooth running of the platforms. Do you understand me? Every month, your money drops, bagamba, and you are inside the booth, shaking your head and seeking for the deliverer. Alakbarura! Mimo! God, deliver us from this, our foolishness. At least you got the message. Lagbarura, Father, my Father. You are just shouting your foolishness. Go and sit down and learn one skill. Don't allow your children to make this same mistake. They pushed us into miracle, Auntie Obi. They pushed us to believe there is miracle. Can't you see? Now they are coming to come and create content for their page to make money. You know how much Google makes that they give you peanuts for that stream you are streaming? You are creating content for them. Your pastor will come and run like a takpot and come and be shaking. What God cannot do does not exist. On top where YouTube to be paid.
What I notice is that a lot of people feels there's a particular hierarchy that a set of people supposed to be, and another set of people are supposed to be here. So they will now be here looking at people there and be feeding people there. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Because they've already put themselves in, they've already conditioned themselves in such a way that they believe there's a yardstick for them to follow, and they must not cross a particular line so that they don't look extravagant. So after going for all this ridiculous stuff, even when you go to all this ridiculous, they still tell you go and do something. You now come back and do something on your own bed. I have a lot of children. Who will feed those children?
Okay, but Auntie Wumi, the amount of time and pressure and energy put into pushing you to doing something is relatively small to the amount of time they are asking you to come for fasting, for prayers. Imagine you are doing 30 days fasting. They expect you to show up in the church every single day. Some marriages are breaking because their wife don't have time to pick who's their husband after they come back from those long churches. How do they have energy to raise their leg? They are tired. They go to work instead of them to come back home and come and cook for their husband and their children and rest so that you can take care of a guy at night before another day. They are going to go and serve their religious GOs. They believe is the right thing because they are going to church. But yeah, some of them go and say they are going to Peku's pastor over there. Again, don't tell me that I did not tell you this. Hear me out. All those ones were just a blueprint. They were while you were busy going to church and night vigil, Oyibo were interpreting what you and I are doing day to day, and they call it business analysis, and that is what they hire you. Listen, what you do is elicitation, gather requirements. Don't you gather requirements when you want to do something in your house? Don't you gather requirements? Don't you talk to people and know what you want to do before you do in your home? Don't you? Then Toba Tito, you now go and analyze the things you have gathered. Analysis. Your children can be your wife. Then you gather it and you analyze it. After you finish analyzing it, what do? You are drawing the process in your head as you are thinking it. That's mind mapping. Or that is persona. All of them are inside this book. But they make it look like it's so hard. I need to be your pastor for 1 month. All of your church members will have 6 figures. I swear with my life. I need to be your pastor for 1 month.
I just feel sad for. I used to tell people that if you don't have papers, it's a very different thing. And that is for the ones in America. Those ones in other countries, there's a different way at which they all operate. Because most of them, when they're entering,
yeah,
you're already getting your papers.
You're getting your papers already.
So, what now happens? Somebody will now tell me, see time. I'll be like, okay, there is no time. But when they call for 1 hour party, 2 hours party, get together, evangelism, prayer meeting, and different kind of activities. You will be the first person.
You'll be the first person.
Yeah. Okay, now you are diligent in all you do. We'll remove that all. Let's tell people there are a lot of things that they've gone wrong. They see us as being proud. They see us as being talking too much. They see us as you are too eloquent to question things.
Right.
When things are not going right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When you question it, you have a good understanding of why I really need to do this.
Benny.
But even your head not correct.
You know,
you are not even listening.
You're not reasoning it because your IQ is clocked. And I've told you guys this before. By research, when you keep giving your ears, your listening ears to negative interaction, and I can tell you that all what your GOs, your pastors are telling you, they're all negative interactions. For every one negative interaction that you listen to counteract it. But unfortunately, you are having more negative interaction inside of you so that you don't even have enough positive interaction to silence it. So when you are hearing one positive interaction like this, it looks like Kilon saw boy, what is he talking about? Meanwhile, money you no get. Let me tell you something, and I'll say it again. When they born you, your parents no get money, book you no know, sense you no get. Triple tragedy. I am a village child. Omo, I have grown to monetize my village sense. The money I make, my parents no see them one day. Like all their entire life, they no see the money. Recently, I'm doing one project for my mother. The kind of millions that drops into her account. The project never finish, but the way my mama they happy every day. You no believe say, you just be like say, even her gratuity, the money she worked as a teacher for 35 years, the kind of millions that drops into her account every single time like this for her to complete her project. The project is for her, but now me they fund that. My mama sometimes they wonder, say, are you doing blood money? They ask me, the other day say, are you doing blood money? I say, Mom, can you get over yourself? Get over yourself. When you came to America, didn't you see I was going to school? Blood money for where? America. Mom, are you all right?
An average Nigerian is being born with a very high IQ.
Very high IQ, but the religious setting kills the IQ.
Because we are being segregated and being conditioned to follow
a particular regimented kind of narrative.
They tag you as being anti this, you are not following the rules, you are not this. Okay, we say we should line up, and we don't line up. Okay, so what happened after lining up?
Neto, please, if you want to do the business, if you want to join our business analysis class, either you use the link on the profile or just send me DM. I will talk to you and explore how you want to make the payment. We do Naira, we do everything you want to do.
We do Naira, we do
Euro, anyone you want, as long as you want to make it into the class. Yeah, Egbon. So they have conditioned our head. The message is this. They distracted us into miracle. They distracted us into religious system while they were busy building all these infrastructures. So guess what? We are the ones paying for those things they built. You can't blame them. One of them is this. See, business analysis.
And a lot of them, there are still some that.
LA it is not an application, it is a process. Sure, you understand. But the package sheet, their headquarters is in where? Canada. And we are all paying for it. And it is what you do day and day. All they did was to give a name to those things you do. When you do, just laying down on your bed, I'm mapping out, when I get out this morning, I will drop my child in school. They call it mind mapping.
Your own thinking,
they call it mind mapping. And then let's say you have some decisions to make, plenty, and you are brainstorming them. They call it decision analysis.
You even put decision making.
They even put decision making self-join. And these are things you do day to day. But because they had the IQ to sit down to monetize it.
Even
Indians, they read this, they are doing this. So my question to you is this: you in Africa, in Nigeria, the giant of Africa, what have you monetized that is used globally? Can you monetize that prayer, fasting, vigil, deliverance, and people will buy it in soft copy like this?
Even the people that say they are doing content creation, a lot of content creators don't do brand. You can do something else and still put it in that creation of their content. There are other things you can explore.
There are other things you can explore. A lot of our content creation is talking like this. You are talking. They just talk. That's all they do. You are not offering no services, no product. You're just talking.
How can I sit down in my house and talk to somebody elsewhere? Because if I send letter, it will get them late. They started doing the voice box. They put video.
Auntie Wumi, I said I boosted one of my videos, 2 or 3 of my videos. I just boosted them. You know how many customers I can't get now? No. I'm telling you, I'm boosting my video on Facebook ad. And the reason is because I have a service. So they are reaching out and paying for the service. Yes. 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 But you see, a lot of our content creators, they are looking for followers that will give them money from the money Facebook will pay. Follow for follow. You understand? But me, I'm looking for customer leads for the business and services that I'm offering. Can you guys see the difference? So what are you producing? What service or product are you boosting? Are you boosting it just to lead people? It's not moving.
As a country, we don't even have a service we are producing to another country.
Wait, Kleptic. That is what I'm saying. They sat down to give terminology. Kleptic. They gave terminology for all the things we do day to day. Look at me and Auntie Wumina. We are talking. Is it not communication? That's communication. Yes, now, it is part of your core responsibility: elicitation, analysis, communication, at what? Validation. So what that means, validation means is that when you are cooking your soup, your pot of soup, after you have put all the ingredients, you turn it. When you are testing it, that is validation. You are validating the salt. You see? Is it tasting or not? They are the things you do your day to day. They just package them inside one book. Call it business analysis.
Let's say clinic. It's not a level of hospital,
right?
But it's more than a clinic,
right?
So I was not like, okay, how do you do your business model? Guess what? He contracted it out to Indians because he believed Indians have more brain than Nigerians. This person is a Nigerian in Dawadala say.
All my teams, they are in Nigeria. Yes.
I wanted to vent. As in, when you want to vent. Because I knew when he was building that facility.
Right.
So I was not like, this is an opportunity for a Nigerian America
to
showcase the Nigerian in America as well. Let them know that.
Auntie Wumi, hold on for me. Sanflex, I wish I was teaching that DevOps. Omo, Nigerians, I'm not sure. I know you did, but if you know how much people are cashing, the people that are teaching it, there are not many. And when you see one DevOps engineer that is very good, he makes mad money. I don't teach it. It's a lot. If I'm teaching DevOps, that's the only thing I will be teaching. Someone said, if I'm religious, I can't make 6 figure. You can't. If you are going to sit in the church like Africans are going to sit in the church, how do you want to make 6 figure? You're not maximizing your time. Where do you want to make your 6 figures? Yes, if you're just going to visit once in a week, that's fine. But guess what? When you are, let's say you are working as a Scrum Master and you have 2 jobs running side by side and you sit on the table like this as I'm seated here, after your day job, you want to rest. Your head will have to rest. Because those 2 jobs are giving you almost 250 to 300,000. So what do you go and do again with Kiniko? Please.
Because in religions, you don't ask questions.
You don't ask questions.
And if you don't ask questions, you cannot analyze. And if you're not analyzing, your brain cells will die.
Of course. See, business analysis, it is all what is, or what you are doing day to day is packaged inside this book. They call it business analysis.
Even America,
for you.
I got to know that America is using business analysis to do their model.
Of course, now to run their model. That is why they are in high demands. They are in high demands. Business analyst. Again, no coding, no programming. You can go and learn SQL, and it will just put you in a very high pedestal. Go and learn SQL. Your data set will be SQL and Excel. Bam, Omo, you are hot. The rest will go package you for class. You can't even open Microsoft and maneuver. You are inside the church. You are inside the woods. I beg you. I come in peace.
Put words on Excel and do summation. You cannot do calculator. 1 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to.
I rest my case, my people. I love you guys so very much. I would love to see a lot of you. Oh, gang. Guess who is coming online? Auntie Jumi. Auntie Jumi is coming. Oh. Auntie Jumi. Wait first. Let me find trouble first. Auntie Jumi, you went for night vigil yesterday, or you are going for deliverance this morning?
I had a good night rest at home.
Are you sure? Because the way you are looking like pastor's wife. You too fine. See background. How are you? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce this gorgeous lady sitting in front of you. She's my client too. I've been trying to get her attention. And she's an agile coach, just so you guys know. I am so proud to say I coached her. But now she did coach me. Yes, this is Jumoke. I think we started this journey 2002, if I'm not mistaken. And I can tell you she's an agile coach. Just know that she's an agile coach. She's one of my protege.
Fred, wait now. Why are you making this about me? I just get to say hello to you guys.
Can you allow your coach to talk, please? She's so humble. She always doesn't want me to blow her trumpet. These are the 2 gorgeous ladies. They handle the hands-on of this BA class, just so you guys know. They handle the hands-on. I can't do it by myself. That's why it's $1,000. They handle the hands-on of this BA class. These 2 ladies. Auntie Jumi is an agile coach. Engineer Wumi, she's the one. She knows a lot. Trust me. Again, I still don't know why she came to me. She's a senior business analyst where she's working. And I can tell you for a fact, with 2 of them, they make this work seem so easy for me. Now, I'm inspired by the both of them because they are women. So when the men are making noise, I'll tell them, go and sit your butt down. I keep rich women around me. See them here sitting in front of me. They don't like me to say it, but I'm always so proud of them. Auntie Jumi, my hands in the air. Now you can talk. Yes.
good to be here. I've been listening to the conversation, like, I think for the last 30 minutes. And I just said, okay, maybe today will be the day I joined First Life. And I saw the contributions that Wumi was also making. So I said, okay, let me just come on and just add my own 2 cents, just 2 cents. I think it's important for us to have some mindset shift as Nigerians or as
Africans
generally. So I think gone are those days where we believe that you shouldn't work before you eat, or you shouldn't do something with your hands. I believe in God, and I know the three of us up here believe in God. So if anybody here thinks that we don't believe in God, I don't think that's the narrative we're trying to push. The narrative we're trying to push is you have to do something with your hands. You have to work with your hands first. You have to be able to do something with your time, something tangible. You have to get yourself busy building your capacity, right? Nobody is saying that you shouldn't pray to God. Nobody is saying that you shouldn't go to church. But I think there should be a balance, right? There should be something that you should be doing to make that money. I think the narrative or the impression that we had growing up, I mean, most of us, don't let me say we, because some people will say, oh no, they didn't grow up that way, is you can just call on God and say, God, I need some food, and you just have a plate of rice on your desk. It's not like that, right? You have to do something, and trust me, there's so many things that you need to unlearn, relearn, and continue to learn
right
as you grow older, right? So I would say maybe a couple of years ago, I don't think this way. So, but gradually, when you meet people, when you network with the right people, when you have those positive interactions, like Fred mentioned, you would have that mindset shift. You would have that, you will have that mindset shift. So, I think it's important to just have that at the back of your mind and just have a balance. And I, for one, usually say that I'm not perfect, right? And nobody is perfect, but it's a work in progress for everybody. Today, I was just thinking about patience, and I was going to write a write-up on my WhatsApp story about patience, and I don't know what happened, and I took it up. Delayed gratification, I think that's one thing that we don't want to have. You're not patient. You don't want to go through the journey. It's a journey. You have to go through it. And the faster you get to where you're going to depends on the level of your patience. You can't just start something today and expect it to bloom today, right? So enough of the coach, enough of the preaching. Classes start, please sign up for those classes. It's something that if you start, you would tell yourself that you would even give yourself kudos for starting. So if you start something today, please hold on to it. And also, when you start and finish the class, don't just toss it aside. You have to keep learning. You have to keep networking people. You have to keep, talking to the right people. So please sign